Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. Well, we can't see it, but we can feel it. Wind is moving air, and air is all around us. Air can move slowly, but when it moves more quickly, we can really see what it's doing. It can make grass blow. Smoke from bonfires blows away. Seeds blow around. And trees wave. It's easy to walk when the wind is behind you, but it's a bit more difficult when it's blowing at you. There are different sorts of wind, from gentle breezes to winds and storms. It all depends on how fast the wind goes. We can see how strong the wind is by looking at a flag on a flagpole. On a calm day, the flag is still and hangs straight down. On a breezy day, the flag flutters. On a windy day, the flag is blown straight out from the flagpole. And on a stormy day, the flag is blown about so much that it could get ripped to shreds. Look at the sea. On a calm day, the sea is calm. On a windy day, the sea has waves. On a really windy day, the sea has even bigger waves. And on a stormy day, the sea has really, really big waves. One puff of wind is just enough to ruffle up your hair, or flip your hat, and with a flap can leave your head quite bare. A whiff of wind might whisk a kite to battle with the breeze, then stretch and strain its snapping string to tangle in the trees. A blowing wind, a blasting wind, might flap the flying flags, which tug and tear upon their poles and rip themselves to rags. A gusting gale will growl and wail across the groaning sea to beat the boats and shake the ships against the wave-washed quay. And when the stirring storm has stomped away across the hill, the balmy breeze will give us ease till all around lies still. But listen very carefully and watch out when you play. A restless, rolling, roving wind is never far away.
I like it windy so I can play good games. I like blowing about in the wind. Well, it sometimes chases me, and you can play it with yourself because the wind can be it. It's invisible. Or you can pretend you're wind. Swish your arms about. Going like this. I feel like I'm gonna blow away. Like a ghost is going right away through you. And all my hair sticks up and blows like this. I'm windy now, all the leaves come off and the trees get bare. They blow all over the place. I don't like to be a leaf. But when there's a nice lot of leaves, I like to pick them up in bunches and throw them. I try to catch them. When you've got a bloom, it might blow up into the sky. Or just blow away and you'll never be able to get it again. You could go to the park to play with the kites.
Some winds are fast, but they're really quite small. They spin round and round in a whirl, and you can sometimes see these little whirlwinds on hot days in the summer. They don't do much damage, and they don't last very long. But other whirlwinds spin around so fast, they've been known to scoop things up off the ground and carry them right up into the sky. These winds are called tornadoes. Tornadoes have been known to scoop up the tops of houses and carry them miles away before dropping them back to the ground. We don't often get tornadoes in the UK, but in America, which is where this is, they get tornadoes which are so strong, they've even been known to pick up trains. Tornadoes travel very fast. Sometimes fast winds cover a huge area, and when it's so windy that lots of things get blown about, it's a storm. We had a really big storm a few years ago in Britain, when entire roofs got blown off houses. $19 million trees were blown over, and the roads were blocked. Lorries fell on their sides. The sea was so rough that a big ship got washed ashore. But some places get even bigger storms than that. In Florida, which is in America, they get storms which are so big they can cause large houses to fall flat. This sort of storm is called a hurricane. The wind in a hurricane can blow as fast as an express train, and it can whip the sea up into waves as big as houses. Because hurricanes cause a lot of damage, the weather forecasters try to give warnings well before the hurricanes arrive, so that people can leave home for somewhere safer and then return when the wind has calmed down.
One Wednesday, Bonnie Bumble felt the wind begin to blow. It blew, and it blew, and it blew. It blew the quack right out of the duck. Quack! It blew the moo right out of the cow. Moo! It blew the oink right out of the pig. Oink! It blew the baa right out of the lamb. Baa! Moo! Said the duck. Oink! Said the cow. Quack! Said the lamb. Baa! Said the pig. What a mess! Said Bonnie Bumble. When the wind died down, she worked to put everything right. Quack! She patted the quack back onto the duck. Moo! She hitched the moo back onto the cow. Oink! She tied the oink back onto the pig. Baa! She knitted the baa back onto the lamb. Quack! Said the duck. Moo! Said the cow. Oink! Said the pig. Baa! Said the lamb. That's better, said Bonnie Bumble, all worn out. Just then, a little breeze blew by. Meow, 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 said the dog.
You can sometimes tell when it's going to be windy by watching the birds. Birds like swifts and swallows fly high in good weather and take shelter when wind is on the way. We can also predict winds by using special instruments called barometers and barographs. When the weather is windy, we can use the wind to do things for us. It dries the washing. It makes kites fly. Yachts can sail. Wind chimes make music. And windmills turn in the wind. Planes taking off and landing need to know which way the wind is blowing, so they hang out a sort of tube and watch which way the tube blows. North, south, east or west. This tube is called a windsock. In Britain, we can tell a lot about the weather from the way the wind blows. Winds from the north tend to be cold. Winds from the south tend to be warm. Winds from the west tend to be rainy. And winds from the east tend to be dry. The wind can make us flustered and cross. It seems to be trying to catch us out. Here are some old sayings about the wind.
When the wind's in the northwest, the weather is at its best. But when the rain comes from the east, it shall rain 24 hours at least. The winds of the day turn muscles and fights longer and stronger than those of the night. The north wind doth blow, and we shall have snow.
There was a gentle breeze and the dandelion seeds floated in the sky. The clothes on the line swayed to and fro, and a kite flew way up high. The windmill's arms spun round and round, and a yacht sailed on the sea. My umbrella turned inside out, and that really frightened me. Because the wind blew.
It got stronger and
Because
stronger.
the wind blew.
From the north and the south.
Because the wind blew.
It got stronger and
Because
stronger.
the wind blew.
From the east and the west.
The trees were bending and losing their leaves. A chimney pot crashed to the ground. The seas were rough and splashed to the beach, and the rain fell all around. Trees blew over, bridges collapsed, and houses were blown down. Trains and lorries were lifted up. The safest place was underground because the wind blew.
It got stronger and
Because
stronger.
the wind blew.
From the north and the south.
Because the wind blew.
It got stronger and
Because
stronger.
the wind blew.
From the east and the west.
But once the winds calm down, it's safe to go back outside again. And it's just a gentle breeze once more.